Why was mercantilism so crucial for early Scandinavian empires? Imagine a time when nations were racing to build wealth and power through trade and colonies. That was the early modern era, and mercantilism was the game plan for many European countries, including those in Scandinavia. This economic system was all about controlling resources, boosting exports, and limiting imports to keep wealth within the country. For the Scandinavian empires, especially Sweden, Denmark, and Norway, this approach was vital for their survival and growth. Mercantilism focused on increasing a nation's wealth by maintaining a positive balance of trade. Countries wanted to export more than they imported, so they could accumulate precious metals like gold and silver. Scandinavian countries used strict laws to protect their industries and resources. For example, Sweden passed the Commodity Act of 1724, which restricted foreign exports to only products made domestically. This helped Sweden keep control over its iron industry, which was a major source of wealth. They also limited timber exports to ensure enough raw materials for their industries. These policies also meant that trade was often confined to specific ports or towns. In Sweden, major trading hubs like Stockholm and Gothenburg became centers for regulating commerce. This allowed the government to maximize profits and keep a close on trade activities. Denmark and Norway followed similar strategies, but they also relied on alliances with larger empires like Britain and France. Instead of building huge colonies themselves, they joined existing colonial networks to access global markets. Danish merchants, for example, benefited from British colonies, and Norwegians became key players in shipping, whaling, and farming in overseas territories. Another reason mercantilism was so important was its role in building naval power. A strong navy meant protecting trade routes and asserting economic influence. Norway, in particular, grew into one of the world's largest shipping nations by the late 1800s, thanks to policies rooted in mercantilist ideas. These maritime strengths helped Scandinavian countries compete with bigger European powers and stay economically independent. Overall, mercantilism gave early Scandinavian empires a clear strategy to grow wealth, protect key industries, and participate in global trade. It shaped their policies on trade, resources, and colonies, helping them expand influence without massive colonial empires of their own. This system was the backbone of their economic and political plans during the early modern era, influencing their roles in European and world trade networks.